What's up, guys? Welcome to What Would Brev Do, episode 15. Happy thumbnail day. I'm going to start this as a trend where if I'm wearing the shirt that's in the thumbnail, it's thumbnail day. So happy thumbnail day. Today we're on the alt account. We've scraped together this team. That's Island of Misfit Toys, I guess you could call it. And I wanted to do something kind of unique today. This account still is at 700 rating. I haven't played a game yet this season, but this lineup is flawed like a lot. So it's ordered like not ideally, and also there's some issues with who we actually have in the lineup as far as like creating the ideal lineup. A lot of you guys have asked me for like a lineup construction video, so I think this would be kind of a cool way to do it. So you see in my squads, I have main and then main 2. Main 2 is how I would actually order this ideally. So we're going to play a game with this flawed lineup. Tell me if you can figure out what's wrong with how I structured this, and then at the end I'll show you how I would structure it. Even after I structured it ideally, there's still some holes, and we'll go over that. But I thought it'd be pretty cool to use some lesser known cards. I did one of these episodes on this account before. But yeah, in my opinion, this lineup is not ordered correctly. So we shall play a game and see if we can get punished for some of the flaws. For the pitching, we'll throw Cy Young out there just because it's going to be boring to watch, I think, because he just throws a bunch of curveballs, but it is what it is. Yeah, thanks for checking out the episode. Thanks for sticking with me through all this moving stuff. We're about settled now. Where is Date Palm? I am out of it. Yeah, we're good now. So, found a game instantly. That's a good sign. So, how has the grind been for you guys this season? I've heard mixed things. A lot of people have shot up to World Series right away, first or second day that I know. A lot of people really struggling too. So, it always seems like a crapshoot at the beginning of a season. So we'll see how it is for me. My main account's been doing good. My only loss this season so far has been the disconnect in the game with Brev episode. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, there's a possibility we play this on All-Star too, and a lot of our guys are contact hitters in this lineup, which is could be an issue. So we'll see how it plays out. A couple guys in there like Madrigal, Ozzie Smith, I really enjoy using though. I think Ozzie Smith's pretty underrated. I never thought I'd say that, but the speed defense combo up the middle is really nice. So we shall see if our opponent can figure out the issue in our lineup and punish it for it. But regardless, we will try to win, obviously. His lineup is stacked. A lot of guys that crush righties, and we have a righty on the mound. So this could get interesting. Yeah, he's playing at Coors Field. We're facing Lodolo. This is gonna be a slugfest, man. I got Cy Young on the mound versus that lineup. Starting it off, sinker low and away. Same approach as always. Again, trying to tone it down on the repetitiveness, but especially with a guy like Ozzie Smith leading off the game, definitely want to make sure my opponent's going to come in the zone, give me something to hit. Definitely don't want to be swinging away first pitch of the game with someone like Ozzie Smith, in my opinion, because the odds, even if you perfect fly ball it, of it even being a home run are low with 40 power and a leadoff walk. So we take that. I'm going to be patient here with Madrigal also, just make him find the zone. We don't want to hit into a double play. We have the capability to steal too if he gets a little reckless with his timings to the plate. He hesitated a bit there, so it seems like he's at least paying a little bit of attention. Four seam right down the middle, and I dropped. If that was a sinker, I might have crushed that. Slider down and in, just missed it. Can we tag on this? He's got a bronze arm in left field. I'm going to go. I don't know who that is playing left, but I think that's Reggie in left. So that was a greedy tag up for sure, especially in the first inning, but I just got the vibe based on the animation he was getting and the fact that that was a bronze outfielder that I was probably going to get there with Ozzie Smith. So Soto already a chance to drive in a run. We're probably just looking for a sinker inside, since that's how most people pitch left on left with Lodolo. Sinker inside, slider away. He went fastball outside, slider inside. It sucks. Now we got Eddie Murray. That was a pretty good swing for a 83-mile-an-hour ground out. That's kind of a bummer. And now we're just looking for hanging off speed, I think. Trying to stay patient. He threw me another fastball that I missed. Obviously my mechanics are going to be off this game. It's been a hot minute since I've played. But this guy's pitching pretty traditionally, so we'll keep that in mind. He's throwing a lot of hard stuff early in the count, a lot of soft stuff once he gets ahead. Throwing balls when he gets ahead. Pretty standard pitching for my opponent so far. I think that's foul. It's usually foul when they stare at it like that. Okay, it's not foul. Okay. That's disgusting. I will take it. 2-0. So yeah, he's been pitching pretty normal. As soon as he gets in a spot where he feels uncomfortable in the count, he's pretty much throwing hard stuff. Like there was 1-0, he came with the hard stuff. 1-1, he has a little more leeway back to the soft stuff. I would imagine this would be soft stuff again. I was wrong. Good on him, dude. That's a really interesting pitch 1-2 to go sinker away there, especially since I just hit a home run on a fastball. Gotta give him props on it though. Early 2-0 lead. We've scored about 1/7 of what we probably need to score to win this game. With Cy Young on the mound versus this beast lineup and playing at Coors Field. This is maybe on Hall of Fame, which could help a little bit. His bat's slow there, so we'll just double up on this. See if he fixes that issue we just found. He decides to take it. So now I'm going to go change up away just in case he decides he wants to turn on this fastball. I'm not a big fan of tripling up early, like the first inning, just because sometimes people will just randomly turn on it. I hung that so bad. This is Cy Young, man. You just throw a looper up there and you pray that you get a contact out. That's been my experience with Cy Young. Dang, he's hitting 100 with Trout, but with 2 home runs. That's tough, man. Bat is still slow. We will once again double up on this fastball. Again, just trying to find his swing timings and playing to the opposite. Still a slow bat. Alright, I'm going to triple up. I'm going to hesitate like I always talk about. If you're going to throw the same pitch, hesitating is usually good because it subconsciously implies that you're changing your mind about what you're doing. And even though I threw that right down the middle, he was still late on it. So, good. I mean, decent inning from Cy Young so far. That ball to Sandberg probably should have been crushed. And then he overcompensated and swung early at the changeup. So that was a masterclass, that inning, on just messing with your opponent's bat speed. You figure out his bat slow, you pound him with fastballs until he strikes out, and then when he strikes out swinging too late, you throw him a changeup and he rolls it over because he's overcompensating and swinging early, trying not to be late anymore because he's frustrated. So, good job with pitching there. Cy Young kind of has that frustration factor. I find that people take bad at bats against Cy Young just because everything he throws is a meatball, and it almost feels like if you haven't put up 5 runs through 5 innings at least against Cy Young that you're doing bad. You know what I mean? So there's a little bit of tilt factor there. Same with Christy Mathewson, another guy where if you shut people down for any significant amount of innings, they just start to get really frustrated. I don't know what I'm swinging at there. Just protecting, I suppose. Good slider. Should have known that was going to be the slow stuff. My bat's really fast, by the way. I don't know if this is maybe on All-Star. It's probably on Hall of Fame, but my bat is so fast. Anytime you take a couple days off from the game, you're just not going to come back to good mechanics. That's kind of how it is with any game, so this is why we try to work our approach and keep our approach consistent, so at least when we come back to the game, something is the same. We'll see what he throws here. Probably a slider again, low. Nope, sinker up and in. Bailed out on the check swing there. Wow, the up and in changeup. That tied me in knots, dude. Great pitch. That's not something I was expecting at all. Nice little rip there by Joseph Gallo. We get to turn the lineup over, so that's nice. Cy Young can hit a little bit, but once again, I'm just going to take till 2 strikes with my pitcher here. Like I always say, there's not a lot of upside to swinging before 2 strikes with your pitcher, unless you have a runner in scoring position and you think they're going to just hose you one down the middle and you can get the run home. So that's not this situation. You can tell my opponent's still trying to pitch around the corners as well. He's being pretty cute pitching to Cy Young here. So he definitely is not of the opinion that I can't hit or anything. He's trying to stay around the corners, and if this is around the corner, I have to take it. Fastball up and away. Decent swing for a pitcher. Didn't get anything done that inning, but we've already worked Lodolo for 40 pitches, which is really good. Like I always say, the Future Stars pitchers have a lot lower stamina than some of the other options in the game right now, and so the approach is extra effective against guys like that because of their lower stamina. They get out of the game, they get tired faster, they get out of the game faster. So now we're going to go to the rocking chair here. We knew where his bat speed was at in the first inning, but we don't know how he's going to fix it this inning, right? So by doing the rocking chair, it helps us figure out where his speed is in case he's made any adjustments, which it appears that he was. There we were up 0-2 in the count, and his bat was insanely fast because he was anticipating us to come back with the fastball just as we did in the first inning. So a little bit of mind games here, changing up our approach on the mound. He's late on the fastball again. I'm actually going to hesitate, double up here again. Last time we did this exact sequence pretty much and we went changeup in the dirt, so now I want to counter that by fastball up and in. If we had that a little bit closer, he definitely would have struck out looking there if I threw that for a strike. He was not ready for that. Screwball right down the middle. Cy Young things. Let's try to change up low and in. Again, just trying to keep his bat speed off balance, and he's early yet again. It appears as if my opponent is also interpreting inside tunnels as fast and outside tunnels as slow. There it was kind of an up and in tunnel with the sweeping curve, and he had a quick bat. So we can counter that by throwing off speed inside, or at least tunneled off speed that looks like it's going inside. And yet another good inning from Cy Young there. So turning the lineup over, same approach with Ozzie Smith here. We'll see if he starts to change his approach on the mound. That first pitch was a little disrespectful. I never say disrespectful as like I'm offended or anything either. Some people have taken it that way. I just mean like if you're going to throw a sinker down the middle on purpose, it means you don't respect your opponent's ability to hit the pitch, right? At that time frame, in that given situation. So it's all micro. But Ozzie Smith, 2 walks. I will definitely take that. This is a prime spot to be looking to steal here. I did not steal in the first inning. I didn't even take a lead in the first inning, and so he's probably not paying attention, and we're in there for free. So, again, remembering your tendencies, remembering your opponent's tendencies, playing off of that. Slider down the middle. I am dropping like a madman today. Good changeup down and in. We piece that up. That's getting over Reggie's head, so I'm going to send the runner right away. I don't know if we'll score still. You should probably not send the runner here if you're unsure at all, and I think I'm out. Okay. That was actually a bad send. We scored, but it was a bad send for sure. I didn't know if I was going to be safe, so I should have held at third. There's no one out. Making an out at home there kind of kills my rally, especially at the middle of my order coming up. So, bad send. We got rewarded for bad play, as happens sometimes. Nothing we can do there with 1. Hanging slider, crushed it right to the first baseman. We move on from those. Lodolo up to 52 pitches. And now that I crushed the slider, you can see he's coming with the hard stuff. So we'll see if he just stays with that the whole at bat. Kind of sticking with his script as well as throwing hard stuff early, so off speed once he gets ahead. Probably hard stuff now. Yeah. Good 4-seam though. I keep putting my PCI expecting sinker. Another slider down and in. I think Trout's going to run that down. We can tag up to third here. You don't want to make the third out of the inning at third base, but that was a free tag. We got 98 speed, and he was backpedaling as he caught it, so really no risk there. Might as well take the extra base. Now we're being aggressive here. We may beat that out. Oh, if it got past the pitcher, we would have beat that out. Not a bad swing for a good chop either. But yeah, we got a runner in scoring position there. I'm very comfortable hitting with Buxton, so that's a good time to swing first pitch, especially since I'm expecting him to throw hard stuff there. Just didn't get the result. It was in the inner PCI. We just chopped it. So again, we move on. This inning, I'm probably just going to throw a bunch of fastballs and see if he's reverted to his original approach here, which it appears that he has. Once again, doing this hesitation trick. We may be going to the well one too many times with this, so this may be the last time I do this game. But again, his bat's slow, so it's worked pretty much every time. It's just a subconscious thing that I discovered a few years ago, where if like someone's doubling, tripling up, and then they really hold the ball for a long time, it just implies that they're throwing something different, so you can counter that. Again, we got him striking out, swinging late on the fastball, and then he came right back with a changeup, and he was very early out in front. So this is once again the overcompensation that I talk about very often. We're really putting on a pitching clinic here, honestly, through these first 3 innings, which means we're going to give up like 5 in the next inning. This is going to drop. Oh my god, it's actually fair. Sucks. This is why you don't say you're putting on a pitching clinic. But yeah, we're hitting our spots decently. We're keeping his bat speed off balance, and then he's just going to rip an RBI. We may have a play at the plate here, depending on our animation. No, we don't. Dang. Just like that, the shutout's gone. His bat's slow. Let's see if he counters my overcompensation here, because he just crushed an off speed, so I'm going to come back with a fastball. No, his bat's still slow. I imagine he'll adapt off that with Trout being the tying run, so I'm going to go back to the slow stuff here. He did not adapt. Why is this... Dude, Buxton's throw meter there was so tiny. What? Is that a glitch? Why was my throw meter like that? That's so weird. Buxton has insane defensive stats. It's definitely not supposed to be that way. But like I said we're putting on a pitching clinic and then immediately give up 2 runs. Such is life. Just kidding, it's 4 runs. Here we go, dude. Alright, so rocking chair seems like it's going to be the move for now. He's doing a good job adapting to what I'm throwing. Finally turned on a fastball with 2 strikes. It's probably my fault for going to that one too many times. What a play by Eddie Murray there. Jeez. Now we got ourselves a game, boys. 4-3 down in the 4th. Lodolo at 58 pitches, left on left. Not terribly comfortable hitting left on left with Eddie, just because his contact is so low, so we're being patient for this at bat. Do a little contact check swing just to make him think we're swinging there, but we were taken all the way. That's a tip I've talked about before. If you check swing with a contact swing, they almost never call it a strike. So if you know you're taking all the way, you can always check swing with circle, just to make things appear as if they are not. Another pretty good, decent swing there, but perfect pitch by him. I was just early over the top of it. Not a lot we can do. He's doing a good job hitting the corners with 2 strikes. And in general, honestly, he did throw me a fastball right down the middle, 1-1 last at bat, but in general, he's doing a good job staying out of the middle of the plate.
But he just missed his extra bases. Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time.
Another rocket shot. Another pitch on the corner, though. Good on him, man. These are tough pitches to square up when they're there. Gallo is the 8-hole. Probably good to be a little patient here. Again, if we get to turn the lineup over, that's good. But if he's gonna hang me, mostly I'm looking for hanging off speed here. If he's gonna float me a slider or a changeup or something, I'm gonna swing. But otherwise, I'm trying to work a walk pretty much here. I know Gallo's the tying run, and you can definitely take him deep, but we can always do that with 2 strikes if need be. Good pitch. He's locating very, very well.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the
All
inning.
right. Yeah. So based on how rested my bullpen is, and the fact that Cy Young is leading off next inning, and the fact that we are now losing, and our win condition is to catch up rather than to hold the lead, I'll probably be pinch hitting for Cy Young next inning. Despite his pretty good start so far, my bullpen is rested, and I want to make sure that I give myself the best chance to win this game. When your bullpen is rested, you don't want to be playing the long game with your pitcher energy. You want to be playing the short game, because even if you throw everyone, at least their energy starts recovering. You know what I mean? Like, you're kind of losing value if you have a pitcher that's full energy and then you also don't use him. So we shall see. I will be pinch hitting. Hopefully we can get out of this inning without giving up more runs. That ball should have been destroyed. I don't really like Cy Young's sweeping curve much. I don't know if I like a lot of his off speed, to be honest. Last year I pretty much exclusively threw fastball changeup with Cy Young, and I haven't used him a ton this year, but it seems like that's still the move. And overall, a guy that you can only feel comfortable throwing fastball changeup with is not really a good pitcher. So that's why I guess you don't see many people using him. Gorman's pretty scary. He also has one of the highest averages for my opponents there. I think he had good timing on that. Let's just bury one, see where he's at. He has done a good job of speeding his bat back up, though. He may be on the other end of the spectrum now. So we just had one bad inning from Cy Young, but I think it's greedy to leave him in here. We'll try to put in a pitcher that's more finesse, like kind of like what Cy Young is. I don't have a lot of those, though. I have some fireballers. We'll go with Gagne, just to deal with Sandberg in the pinch hitter. And he's probably not taking Lodolo out, but we can check his bullpen, and he actually does have people warming up. So it would be pretty weird for him to take him out here, but depending on how close he thinks this game is and how important this lead is to him, he may do it. So we'll take that into consideration, that it is a possibility that he pinch hits here, and so we'll go with the switch hitter. This is a switch hitter with splits versus lefties, so this is a good option here. If he does make a pitching change, at least we have a switch hitter hitting from the left side, but since he's leaving Lodolo in, this is a good matchup for us, obviously.
Albies with a 1-1 count now.
Dang, man. My mechanics are so bad.
The 1-2.
Good pitch. Looked like a backdoor slider there. I had to protect. Probably the hard stuff now, or a slider down and in. He's pitching well, man. He is. We'll find it. We'll find it. That was just a really good pitch. He hasn't thrown a four-seamer down and in the whole game. He tried to paint me on that one. Ozzie Smith with 2 walks so far in the game. Can we make it 3? This guy must have been burned by Ozzie Smith in the past or something. Or Ozzie Smith just has the lucky charm. 2-0, I'm never swinging here. I'm probably not swinging 2-1 either. 3-0, I'm taking till 2 strikes now. We get the speed on base. Same reason we've been trying to walk with Ozzie this whole game, and he's given it to us 3 times. Can't we convert on this one? Last time we stole with Ozzie. This time we're good popped with Madrigal. That sucks. Yeah, my PCI placement's bad. This is another good spot to steal as well. I wouldn't mind having Soto leading off the next inning against someone who's probably going to be a reliever. So I'm going to steal on this pitch. He's not varying his timings at all, and now a single ties the game. So Ozzie Smith, 3 walks, 2 steals. You love to see it. There's the sinker inside. I'm looking for sliders and changeups in this at bat. We'll see if he gives them to me. I don't really have a choice now. He did throw me the slider down and in. That's the same pitch he threw to Soto with 2 strikes before. We just missed it. Good timing, just under it. Nothing you can do there. So we did pinch hit and did not convert, which is a little painful. But we got 6 innings, or we got 6 innings. We got 4 innings to work with as far as catching up. But it's very important here that we keep this a one-run game. I tried the rocking chair there, and he's just back to his original approach of the slow bat, and he crushed it. That was actually a good pitch too, right on the corner, down and away. Gotta give him props for that swing. That was, look where that pitch is, man, holy cow. And because he has a 2-run lead now, he's probably sticking with Lodolo. Although I might have just quick pitched him on accident. I'm sorry if that's the case. Charlie Blackmon. I'm going to step off here. With how fast I picked that pitch, it's pretty obvious I was throwing a fastball. It's a weird glitch where, like, if a guy comes into a game as a pinch hitter, only the primary pitch can be selected, like, before the guy's even in the box. So if I'm playing someone who knows about that, he could have definitely sat fastball there. So I just step off the mound. You can do that with L1. I'm just going to keep pounding this guy fastballs until he speeds his bat back up, because he's done pretty much the bulk of his damage, aside from the Bellinger home run, has been on off speed. So we're gonna make him compensate, and we're not gonna do the hesitate there. We've done it too many times this game. Let's try to bury one now. It's 3 straight fastballs. 4 is probably greedy. That wasn't really competitive. Let's try a slow curve. Great pitch from Gagne there. It's only a 2-run game. Just got to keep it close. Trout. Let's go back to the fastball. Probably picked that pitch a little too fast. His bat's still slow, though. It doesn't seem like he's picking up on my tendencies a whole lot. He's kind of just playing his game, which is fine. We just got to make sure we stay on top of everything ourselves. Late there, gets a hit unless Gallo can gun him. No, and now we got to get some people warming up, because this is getting into scary territory. Probably should have had someone warming up already. This is maybe a bit of a misplay. But this is getting scary for me. Stealing first pitch. Interesting. Has he had an opportunity to steal with anyone so far this game? Good take there. I got to imagine he's sitting fastball here, because he crushed it last at bat with Cody. Nope. I mean, I'm just not locating either. I mean, that changeup is just right there. He messed up on the base pass here. He rounded around. He may try to get the run home. I can't move my guy. Okay, well, if he would have just stopped in the base pass there, he would have scored, because I couldn't move my guy. So that was a misplay from him. He sent the belly to third right off the bat, and then upon seeing the animation I got in the outfield, decided to hold Trout at third, and then forgot to change it back. So that's what happened there. That's tough. It happens. I will definitely take it, though, because I needed that. And now let's try to do some work against Aroldis. Aroldis is pretty wild. A lot of people pitch differently with him as well, which is why I think it's good to take a couple pitches against your opponent's Aroldis coming into the game. Some people, like my personal pitching preference with Aroldis, is to spam 2-seam sinker, because it looks like the outlier, but it's slower. Some people just like spamming the outlier because it's fast. I was late on that. Just late. Look at that PCI. I would have crushed it if I had good timing. Yeah, so it's good as general practice to just see a couple pitches from your opponent's Aroldis Chapman, just to see how they like to pitch with him. I imagine he'll give me a heavy dose of outliers now after that first swing result, because I was late on it. So we'll see. Again, doing a good job finding the corners. There's not a whole lot I can do with these pitches. Ooh, Buxton, you gotta wear that, buddy. We need a hit batsman there. Good tunnel there. Looks like the fastball down and in that he threw first pitch. Just missed his spot a little bit. That was disgusting. I should have definitely been walking back to the dugout. Man, this guy is all over the black. This is tough, dude. He's pitching so well. I'm getting owned. Oh my god. Eddie's had 3 left on left at bats this game too, which is a little bit of a tragedy. Oh, that was the one. I was early. I was very early on 102.
And it's fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Fouled away.
Okay, he's gone up and away 4-seamer twice now. Good sequence there. Have to protect that. This is a battle, man. Hitting Chapman's hard. Does he get through? Ah, dang. We might be in some trouble here, boys. We got Cap, Reggie, Posey. Probably stick with the righty here, honestly. Do I want to pitch a righty to Reggie or a lefty to Posey? And I believe the bottom of his lineup actually hits lefties worse after Posey. Let me check this really quick. Yeah, Gorman and Correa hit lefties worse, so I guess I got to suck it up and go to my own Chapman here. Just throw the lefty to Posey and hope he doesn't kill me. Based on my opponent's pitching tendencies too, which featured a lot of 4-seamers, I'm going to throw some 2-seamers here because he may be just sitting on the outlier. Don't really know what he's thinking going into this at-bat. He's being patient as well. Good job. Bro, these are strikes, man. Come on. Come on, dude. I need these. 4 straight takes. Pretty unusual, especially considering how my opponent's been hitting all game. And his bat was fast. My theory was correct. I'm going to go back to a 4-seamer here just to show it. Also, 4-seamers are pretty hard to connect with left on left, especially against Chapman. And now that sets us up to go back to our approach of the slow stuff, because that's really what I want to throw to this guy in this situation. Early swing there, connects, gets a single. That's tough. Nothing you can do about that. Go back to our approach here. I may try to throw some balls here as well, because I assume he's being hyper aggressive in this situation. Let's try to bury this sinker just a little bit lower. Beautiful. Good job, Eddie. That's the exact pitch we wanted to throw there. So that was awesome. I could tell he wanted to go up 7-3 there for sure. So throwing balls there was a good approach, especially because the double play is good for us. Now we got 7, 8, 9. Going to a lefty yet again next inning. Chapman, being the fireballer, will follow up with the finesse pitcher and Franco. We should also warm our righty up as well, just in case things get hairy after the first 3 hitters. So we will go with Nin. Yeah, Chapman's up to 20 pitches. Chapman not the best as far as energy goes. Usually around 30. Your PCRA starts to grow quite a bit. So try to work the count here, but if we get something to hit, we gotta go for it, especially with Bart hitting lefties better. Dropped under that one. Oh, dude, I am just off the ball on everything. Whew, he's giving me some pitches to hit. I just haven't converted. 8 outs left for our survival. You guys enjoying this? You like seeing me struggling at the plate? Some of you guys have said that you do like to see it, so maybe this is a good thing. Should probably not be swinging at that in a 1-0 count. It's fine, we fouled it off. 2-1. I'll probably just sit slider here. He went 4-seamer, good pitch. Probably slider now. Oh. Early squared. I hit that a mile foul. Alright, a walk here is big. Base hit ball 4 is big for us here. Dude, I just suck. That's all it is to it at this point. We'll go righty here because I don't think he's taking Chapman out, especially that after that swing I just took. Oh, wear it! Wear it one time. And I'm under that. That's getting caught. Oh, it's completely off the ball. Dude, my PCI
It's there to make the catch.
is so whack. I don't know if I'm going to win this game or if I'm going to score anymore, dude. I have 3 hits. Yikes. All right. Gotta keep it close. Maybe we can have some late inning magic. I don't know what's going on with my thumbs. I don't know if Franco's the best guy to throw against this guy either, because his bat's just been slow anyway. But we'll see. I usually like going finesse after velocity, so maybe his bat speed's a little messed up from the last inning. Seeing Chapman. Good take. Gonna try a slider down and away just for show. Missed my spot like a ton. He was just early on the slider, so he should be late on this fastball. Yeah, just gets a foul. Let's tunnel the screwball here. I like this pitch left on left with Franco. If you hit your spot, it's very awkward. And he was early on it. Let's try to bury a changeup. Beautiful. Never seen this camera angle before. Good thing I could see the meter. All right, 1 down. We'll see if he leaves Chapman in too. It'd be really greedy for him to leave Chapman in, but considering how well he's pitched against me in the 2 innings that he's thrown, it may be going through his head. In my opinion, it would definitely be a mistake to leave Chapman in, but you never know what your opponent's going through. I'm trying to mix up sinker fastball too, because I'm worried he's just going to randomly turn on one of these. He's shown the ability to speed his bat up when he needs to this game, like that. Just threw right down the middle. Ugh. 3 hits. JD Martinez is terrifying. I also can't take Franco out here because it's his 3rd batter with the 3 batter minimum. And we're in the same spot we were in with Posey last inning, where he's probably being really aggressive. So I'm going to try another sinker low. That was a little too low. Let's try it down here, a little inside. Beautiful. We got the swing we wanted. Just another hit for him. That's tough. Tough, tough, tough. Now we get to face Sandberg. I'm going to mound visit for confidence here. And I'm going to leave Franco in just because Trout's on deck, and I want to have the lefty versus Trout if it comes to that, which it will unless we get a double play here. So that's why Franco pitches to Sandberg. Sandberg has pretty much even splits anyway, so it's kind of a wash, aside from just the straight-up handedness advantage, obviously. I'm actually going to double up on that. Ooh, we had good timing. Let's not double up on that. Let's bust him up and in. That's the 2nd time, man. I know if I threw that in the zone, he would take that looking. This is tragic. This is absolutely tragic. Alright, this is Franco's last batter for sure. A double play would be absolutely massive for us here. His bat's still slow. Do I dare triple up here? I'm going to. This is so greedy. He wasn't as late that time. Let's try to get a double play on a sinker low. He was just very early on it, so we'll take that. Belly cap. I guess I'll throw Franco versus Belly, but I don't like it. This is maybe a misplay. And it was. He crushed it right at us. So bailed out there. This is a roller coaster, dude. I don't know how I'm still in this game, to be honest. I am getting completely outplayed in every way. But it's only a 2-run game. We got out of that bases loaded jam. We gotta get something going. Put in someone that I hit well. Amir Garrett. That definitely qualifies. Okay. Next inning. Man, his whole lineup is just... His whole lineup, except for like Posey, is just worse versus lefties. So I guess I'll go Britton. We can go Nan as well, I guess. Doesn't really matter. First things first, we got to catch up. We got 6 outs to work with. We're down by 2. Is Ozzie Smith going to get his 4th walk of the game? Probably not. Are we going to be forced to actually swing the bat with this card?
One pitch on its way. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Hey, this guy's nasty on the mound. And to check swing and not chase that
Ugh.
puts himself right back.
Just missed it again, just late. It's not looking good for us, boys. I'll be a little patient here. Madrigal does hit lefties better, but I need base runners in the worst way. That was a disgusting pitch. If he walks a guy with 98 speed, that gives me some options to stay out of double plays as well. So really I'm just looking for hanging off speed down the middle. Man, we need these hit by pitches. My guys do not want to wear the ball today. This has got to be a slider. Big spot in the game right here. Please be a hit at least and fair. It's neither. Oh boy. Good pitch, man. It was low. I didn't deserve it. Can we get to second on this? No, way too greedy. Way too greedy. Alright, Soto with the tying run. Like I said, we can try to make something happen on the base paths with the stealing. I doubt he'll be worried about me as much as... Or I'm just going to throw away the whole inning by swinging first pitch. This has been the worst episode ever, dude. I'm just doing the opposite of everything I preach, pretty much. Why am I swinging at that, man? I'm just so out of it. I hope you guys aren't bummed about this gameplay, man. I hope you still are learning some things. It's just, it hasn't been my game. Not even with luck, just with my own personal performance. Try to spam outliers here, because he's had a slow bat the whole game. He still has a slow bat, which is good for us. Again, we'll show the slider here just for show, and then go back to the outliers. He was early there, so now that we hopefully slow his bat down a little bit, let's go back to our approach on the mound here. He was late. Nice. One more out in Posey, and then we gotta rally. We'll have the middle of our order coming up. 4, 5, 6, I believe. I don't know if Joey's getting to this one. We may throw him out though. Nah. Bad animations all around. Whatevs. One more out, Mr. Zach Britton. Try the slide step off speed cheese here. Oh yeah, we got him. That's really cheesy. Sometimes people will slide step off speed against people with bats that are kind of all over the place, just because the slide step implies that you're trying to throw it by them, right? So the slide step off speed kind of counters that. Are we really going to get 4 hit on Hall of Fame here, dude? Facing Amir Garrett. Just kidding. Eddie's going to hit his second one of the game. 1-run game. I don't know why I'm swinging first pitch there. It's terrible. Alright, now we're seeing a righty. Some sort of closer. Mr. Eck. I don't know what to do with Buxton here now, because if he gets on as the tying run, that is very scary for my opponent. I'm also going to get Rodney up instead of Nin here, because I want to close with Rodney. Can get both of them up, I suppose. It doesn't hurt any. We'll get Folk up because he's finesse. I think I'm going to go back to being patient here. He might be a little rattled after that home run. We'll see what he throws.
She takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. We could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Why am I so early?
And they can't run it down. Eckersley, a California-born ball player. He throws a slider, a sinker, and a four-seamer.
That tunneled just like a front door slider. That's why I checked at it. Luckily, we got the call.
Ready to deliver the 1-2.
Great pitch there. Get in the gap. This is a triple if it lands. Oh my God, Buxton. Look at that PCI too. Oh, baby. We're rallying. Oh, man. He tried to go the fastball up and away like he has all game with 2 strikes. And he missed it lower. And I pieced it up. Then Eddie takes the slider out. Dude. The comebacks in these series are insane. We haven't even made an out yet. Alright, well that changes everything. Now do we leave Britton in for Correa? Like, what do we do? Do we pinch hit? Wow. Everything is just completely changed in the last 3 at-bats. Threw me a fastball right down the middle. That's off the wall at least. It's gone. Joey Bart. We scored 4 runs in 4 at-bats in the 9th. Oh my God. The reason I'm swinging away there, it's not a typical spot for me to try to swing away. Also, big note, we already looked at his bullpen earlier in the game, right? And Fingers actually isn't at full energy, which is why he didn't go with him in the first place as the closer, but now he feels like he has to. So with still nobody out in the inning, I think the play here is to take a ton of pitches because I'll hold R2 to pull it up when I get back in the game, but he's not full energy, and I gained that information earlier in the game. But talking about the Joey Bart at bat, why I was swinging away first pitch there is because he definitely wants to get ahead in the count on me there, right? He just had a huge momentum swing of a home run given up, and there's no way he's going to pitch to me cute after that, especially when he has the handedness advantage. So I was pretty confident we were going to get something clear cut to swing at there. We didn't put the best swing on it early timing, but we got rewarded, so we take those. Good pitch from Raleigh there. Being up 2, Correa hits lefties worse. I'm actually not going to pinch hit here. This is pretty debatable. This is a really tough spot. If we look at his order, he's got Correa, pinch hitter, Sandberg. By leaving Britton in, we have the attribute advantage versus Correa, right? And then when he gets to his pinch hitter, we can actually burn 2 guys because he'll go to a righty and then a lefty. Because he'll go to a righty, I'll bring in Rodney, then he'll go to a lefty, and that gives us a little bit of an advantage should this game go to extra innings, which it always could. I think the upside of leading Britton in for at least 1 batter is better than the upside of trying to keep this inning going, especially when my approach anyway against Raleigh, given his energy state, is to kind of take some pitches and work him a little bit. So you could definitely disagree with me on this. This is maybe one of the more controversial plays I've made in this series so far, but again, I'm trying to play to my win condition, which now has changed to holding the lead, right? Our win condition before was catching up. Now that we're ahead going into the bottom of the 9th, our win condition is not give up any more runs. Britton's just going to crush that, though. Imagine that got down. What a swing. Oh, my God. Ozzy has 3 walks, 2 steals, and 2 runs scored. What a monster. It reminds me of that SB Nation video with if Bonds didn't have a bat. I feel like Ozzie Smith has been playing this game without a bat, and he's contributed. That was so awkward. That's the 2nd time he's got me on one of those up and in changeups / fork balls. It's all good. We rallied. Now we try to hold the door. I imagine he'll be very rattled at the plate and hyper aggressive. We'll mound visit right away just for full confidence in this at bat, because we want to have the most RNG for this that we can. And you can see just how early he's swinging, just how fast his bat is. That's a product of him being a little rattled, a little nervous at what just took place. So we show him 2 sliders. Now we'll bust him back up and in. See if his bat's still fast. It is not. It is very slow. So we'll just double up on that. We'll hold again. I don't know if I've done this too many times this game. Maybe he'll catch on. Try slider now. I'm so nervous for this at bat, man. This changes the whole inning, and he's swinging early. Beautiful. So now we get righty pinch hitter into Rodney into lefty pinch hitter. But he has Sandberg and Trout on deck. I usually like throwing, wow, Braun. Good thing we had righties ready. I usually like throwing Trout with a lefty because of his reverse splits, but this is fine. We'll have a lefty and then Sandberg and then Trout and then a lefty. So it's not ideal, but like I said before, we're burning some of his bench, which helps should the game go to extras. This is also a debut for Rodney for me. I loved his 92 card last year, his All-Star card. Top players last year had a tough time hitting Rodney all year. I would throw him in like tournaments and he would just destroy people. So I love this card. As long as we can locate, we'll be chilling. You can see his bat is still super fast. Going back to what I said about him being a little rattled, wanting to catch up so bad. And also we have the threat of the outlier now with Rodney, and so we just spam circle changeups that whole at bat. Throw him the outlier for show. He's super late. Throw it one more time, then we'll go circle change after in the dirt. Please swing and miss at this. Please swing. Oh, he's late. What a paint job. Rodney with the save. The 9th inning comeback. We hit terrible that whole game. I don't know how we won. Man. Every time I think I'm going to lose while recording this video, I just pull it out somehow. It's weird. So we're up to 7:30. Like I said, that was our first game on this account for the season. And now let's go into the lineup. I'll show you guys how I would have ordered everything, and we can talk about the flaws of the lineup, which he kind of exploited in the beginning of the game and throughout the mid game just because of having a lefty on the mound. So let's take a look at this. Here's the lineup we rolled with for that game. Here is how I would order it myself. And let's talk about lineup construction. So Ozzie Smith leading off I think is a mistake. I've been more and more of a fan of having guys with at least a decent amount of power leading off, just to give protection for your pinch hitters later in the game. I don't think this is something a lot of people think about. But having someone like Ozzie Smith in the one hole, if you let's say you're tie game runner on second and you pinch hit with someone really good, like we pinch hit with Chu against a righty or something, right? They're just going to intentionally walk me and pitch to Ozzie, right? If I have someone like Ozzie Smith leading off. So that's something I've ran into quite a bit. I like having at least a little bit of power. I still like speed at the top, but at least someone that can put it over the fence in situations where Ozzie Smith can't really do that. Also, if you notice, we have Eddie Matthews and Joey Bart farther down in this lineup. This is a personal thing, but in my experience, both of these cards absolutely rake. And if you notice these three here in this correct lineup, I want to talk about handedness leverage here. So Joey Bart has extreme splits, Soto has pretty extreme splits, and Matthews has pretty extreme splits. What I mean by extreme splits is that they definitely hit one side way better than the other side. And so I like to put my high leverage extreme split guys around each other, right? Because it punishes harder trying to make pitching decisions later in the game. So if we get up to a 2-hole, they bring in a lefty. Now I have my most extreme lefty crusher right behind him, right? Or if they put in a righty for Bart, or if they put in a righty for Madrigal, the 2 out of the next 3 guys are guys that have extreme splits that crush righties. So I think there's high leverage splits, low leverage splits, extreme splits, not extreme splits, whatever you want to call it. I think those guys should be around each other in the lineup because it gives better protection to guys like that. You can see in our original lineup, we do have Eddie Matthews in front of Joey Bart, but Matthews is sandwiched between Buxton, who has even splits, which is not the best protection for him, right? Someone could just be like, well, Buxton has even splits. I'm not scared of Buxton. I'll just throw a lefty to Buxton and take care of Eddie afterwards, right? Also, Joey Gallo, lefty but technically reverse splits, not the best guy to have protecting Joey Bart because once again, someone could recognize, well, Gallo has reverse splits. I'd rather just throw a righty at him, and then we'll bring righty in for Bart and Gallo combined. So a little bit of a flaw there. I pushed the wrong button. And then using switch hitter to turn the lineup over a little bit. I like this here. Overall, this is not an ideal lineup. There's too many speed guys. I'd get rid of one of Madrigal, Buxton, or Smith for a power guy. I usually only like 2 speed guys in my lineup because then you can put them high and low. So it made it kind of awkward, but I wanted to just make like a weird lineup for you guys to show you. But we did the same tactic here, turning the lineup over. Murray's technically a lefty, but his splits are pretty even, so he's fine backing up Eddie Matthews there. Also can hold his own with 88 power if they throw a lefty to Eddie. And then the bottom three is kind of just like a crapshoot. You could argue putting Ozzy 6th and Buxton 8th. Something like this. And then maybe if you had this set up, you would want to run more lefties on your bench, because if you notice, it's going to be right, pinch hitter right. So if you have a situation like that, maybe it's better to run more lefties on your bench, since people will most likely be throwing righties to your 8-hole and leadoff, something like that. But the only reason Gallo's not higher is because I want to have lineup protection. You can move this whole thing up. You could put Buxton 2, Gallo 3rd, but then you run into the issue of having Ozzie Smith hitting cleanup. This chunk of 3 needs to stay together, which is why I ordered it this way. And you guys can disagree with me as well. But a lot of you have been asking about lineup construction, stuff like that. So I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. If you made it this far, I appreciate you so much. Thanks for all your support this year. Many more episodes to come. I love all you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.